Greetings, traders. It is Tuesday, October 1st, 2019. I am back to trading here, my first day, and not a whole lot going on out there right now, but we do have UGAZ here, gapping down almost $1, and that's pretty much all I see, really. There's not a whole lot going on. So I am looking to play this one stock. It's actually not even a stock, it's another instrument, but it says it's Velocity Shares Natural Gas. So anyway, I'm gonna play this one instrument here. I'll be back. It's market's gonna open up in 1 minute. I'll come right back. Okay, market has just opened up. Let's see what it wants to do. Looking to get a oh, we've got something pop up here. What is that? VIVE. It's got news out. It's up $1.20. Okay, let's go take a look at it. VIVE. Okay, this is VIVE. Something medical. It's not shortable. Okay, I can't short this thing. All right, never mind. Let's go back to UGAZ. Okay, UGAZ here. Got to redo the order again. Okay, 10,000 shares at market. All right, looking for a signal. Come right back. Okay, I'm going short here on UGAZ. Okay, I got 10,000 shares. UGAZ short entry, offset entry to go short here. I'll come back. I should have took this VIVE long. It's going up pretty good. But since I can't short it, I don't like to play ones I can't go short and long on. There's not really much else going on besides that one. There's another one, GERN, GERN, but I probably can't short it. It's only $1.48. Anyway, I'm just going to play this one here, UGAZ. Okay, UGAZ moving down pretty good here, up 2,500 in it right now. But the Dow is moving down real good, YM. I had to go down to the store, so I just missed it. But I will see about catching it and getting in somewhere. I'll come back. Okay, I'm taking a short position here on the YM 20 contracts. I'll come right back. Okay, it looks like it really wants to drop out today. I did a tweet about this, about writing these things down for like 500 ticks here in October. Looks like today it's getting started. So looking for a fairly big day today. Maybe get 100 ticks off this one trade right here with 20 contracts. Anyway, I will come back. Also currently up a little over 4,000 on UGAZ 4,300. See, it's kind of funny when everybody's calling bloody murder on the market, and they're all freaking out, going, "Oh no, the market's gonna crash, the market's gonna crash," and they're all freaking out, and us traders were sitting there making nothing but money from it. It's kind of ironic. It's kind of ironic, but anyway, and another irony is right when they would sell and panic and get out is basically pretty much right where you should buy and get in, and they just, they don't understand how it all works, how it's just a big game. Once you understand the game, then it's kind of easy to do, relatively speaking. You just have to get good at the game, that's all. Anyway, currently up 4,600 on UGAZ and 2,500 on the Dow, the YM. I'll come back. But the true irony is that it isn't just a game. It's all a computer game. That's the real irony to everything, to the whole entire thing. This is just a computer game. Like right now, there's all kinds of people out there, they're talking about, oh, the market's crashing, the market's crashing. Oh no. But they don't talk about, yeah, well, did you know that you could short the Dow? Yeah, you could just short the Dow and you can make money as it goes down. Did you know that? But they don't talk about that, you know? Isn't that kind of strange? You would think they'd be like, "Oh, the market's going down. Let's make a bunch of money." but they don't talk about that. It's really strange. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Like they just either they're ignorant about it or they don't want people to know or I don't really know. But to us traders, we don't care if it goes up or down. We can make money either way. Okay, the Dow is dropping down pretty good here, up 7,200 right now, 7,000, 7,400, 7,500, 7,700, 7,800 on the Dow here right now. Up 4,300 on UGAZ. So I'm expecting it to go down quite a bit more. As I tweeted about this, to ride the Dow down for 500 tick days in October. So this is day number one. I'll come back. Currently up 12,600 on the YM. But UGAZ has come all the way back up on me. I'm only up 2,900 on it. But hopefully it'll come back down and follow the YM down. Anyway, I'll come back. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to bail out early here because I've got some things I've got to do. Currently up 17,000 for today. Almost, okay, 13,000 right now on the Dow and 3,700 on UGAZ. I'm going to hang in here for a little bit longer and otherwise I'm going to bail out real soon here. UGAZ here, I am up 39.84 right now. So looking for it to come down some more. And you can see it's 12:30 New York time. So it's in the middle of lunchtime right now in New York. Let's see the Dow. Let's switch back over to the Dow here. Okay, the Dow. We're looking at you see that it's an hour off on the Dow because it's Chicago time instead of New York. But anyway, I'm going to bail out real soon. I'm up 17,000 right now, 17,100. Or what I might do is I might just hold both positions overnight and just hold them. Okay, I'm going to hold these two trades overnight. Currently up 15,000 on the YM and 4,700 on UGAZ, and I'll get out tomorrow on these two trades. Up 19,500 for the day so far. So I'll be back tomorrow to exit these trades. So far from holding overnight, I'm currently up 19,000 in the position here on YM. Only up 1,800 on UGAZ, though it came back up on me. But the YM's going down, and we'll see what it does today when the market opens again for the USA. And I think it's going to continue to go down some more. Anyway, I'll be back. Greetings, traders. It is now Wednesday, October 2nd, 2019, and I have held the position overnight on the YM, currently up $45,000 on the position. I've already got short signals. Also, continuing to watch UGAZ. It's not really doing much. I'm thinking about jumping out here. I'm currently up only 1,500 on UGAZ. But if the Dow continues to go down, UGAZ may follow it. And I'm trying to watch signals on UGAZ as well. But I'm ready to just jump out, UGAZ break even if needed, and just concentrate on the YM here. There is a possibility this thing could go down really big today on the YM, so I am watching it to see if it will or not. Again, I had tweeted about this, about watching for the YM to go down big here in October to look for a market pullback. And it might do it. It might pull back pretty good here. If it does, you know, Could make a lot of money from it for sure. Okay, watching for a signal here. Prepared to get out of the trade at market 20 contracts. I also need to get ready to get out of UGAZ as well. Only at 1400 now on UGAZ. Looks like I might have to break even on that one. I was up about almost 6,000 on UGAZ yesterday, and I let it go. I thought that it would continue to go down, especially with the market, and it just didn't do it. Doesn't mean it won't do it now, though. It might today. Still watching for it for a signal. But right now, you're seeing the clock right there. See in yellow. See the clock. It says 10:02, and you see it says 8:40. That's Chicago time. It's not New York time. New York time is 9:40. Here, I'll show you. Let's go over to UGAZ and I'll show you. Okay, this is UGAZ, and if I put my mouse right there, you see it's 9:35 on October 2nd. You see right down here in the yellow. It says 9. Well, we can zoom in a little bit. 9:40 on October 2nd on UGAZ. So it's 9:40 New York time. Yeah, I'm going to have to jump out of this trade here. I won't let it go past break even. If it comes up to break even, I'm definitely going to get out of this stock. Okay, I'm going to jump out. It just does not want to go the right way, and I don't have time to watch it. So let me go ahead and buy back the shares, 10,000 shares. Okay, I'm out. Only made $1,000 on this trade. I was up, like I said, about 6,000. Certainly I was up 5,500 on it at one point, and I let it go. All right, let's switch back over to the Dow. Up 50,000 now on the Dow. Let me see here. Am I getting a signal yet? Yeah, I'm going to jump out for right now. Switch it to market. Okay, I'm out of the YM. 49,000 on that trade. I'm going to reevaluate it now. I can use multiple different techniques, my trading system, to see which way it's going to go. So anyway, $1,000 on UGAZ, 49,000 on the YMs. Good size trade, and we'll see what it wants to do from here. I can use, like I said, I have many different trading techniques I can use on it, and to see which way it's going to go. Right now, I don't have a big signal on it. All I have is just some small signals. And I would like to see a big signal on this because there's a pretty good chance it's going to bounce here for a little bit, bounce back up. And if it does, I'll be able to get back in at a better price. Okay, look, it doesn't look like it though. Looks like it's going to give another signal here to go short. Let's see. I don't have one yet. Okay, I'm going to come back in a little bit and I'm going to look to see if there's anything else going on. If you guys really want to get good at this, honestly, what I really recommend is to sign up to my charting once I get it started again. Just be a few more days. Let's just say by next week it'll be running on Monday. You can sign up for it this weekend. Sign up to the charting and really study it every day. If you do that, you will be able to use the charting to be able to make a great deal of money. I've had people tell me before that, they couldn't get anything out of the charting. And, I'm not sure what to say about that except for it's because you're not studying it. Okay, the charting is for studying so that you can see what is really going on and stay up to date on a continuous basis of what is going on in the market. It's really all about the charting. I mean, the charting is for the serious trader who who really wants to make as much money from this as absolute possible. What you're seeing here is my trading system. And if it breaks this line up here, it's to go long. If it breaks this line here, it's to go short. And the only thing is that I would not recommend taking a long entry today. And what you're really looking for is a short signal. You're looking for it to break this low. Now, let's say it does break this high. It's likely just to go up a little bit, turn back around, and give another signal again to go short. If you were to get the charting, you would see that happen quite often. Now, there's a reason why it's happening, but my point though is that you'll see the pattern over and over again, so you'd know not to go for it. The only way you'd want to go long is if you got two back-to-back signals to go long, which is not very likely on a day like today. Everything is setting up for the Dow to go down here, for the market to go down. They are cheerleading it down, basically, talking about how manufacturing is the worst in 10 years, all this different stuff, They're cheerleading it to go down. And that's what it's most likely going to do, is go down, pull back here in October. We'll see how far back it's going to pull. That I don't know. Could pull all the way back to 20,000, 18,000. It's a possibility. Or it might just pull back to 23, 22, 24. Might not pull back that much at all, but we'll see. Point is, though, is that now is the time to make some money with it. It's like guys like this, Peter Schiff and Gerald Celente, among many others, they talk about how, the party is over, don't be the last to leave. They're talking about the market, right? And they talk about, the greatest, drop in world history is going to happen in the market, blah, blah, blah. Of course, they've been saying this forever. My point, though, got to get in here. Okay, it's almost give a short entry. There it is. Okay, I've got 20 contracts short here. You can see it broke below that line. So my system is indicating it's going to go down here. Back to what I was saying. But you see how they always talk about, the market's going to go down, market's going to go down, market's going to go down, for the last, 10 years, right? Or, yeah, almost 10 years. And what has the market done? It's just gone up, right? And they never say they're sorry. They never say that they were wrong or anything like that, right? So they obviously, they don't make money going up. And then it's going down now, and then they say, oh, party's over, it's going down, it's going to crash, blah, blah, blah. But then they don't talk about making money from it going down. I mean, it's like, do these guys not like to make money or what? Or is it all just a con, what they're talking about, Is it just a con? And one has to believe that it is just a con for them. Because as the market goes up, why would they want to talk about it going down? They want to get in and to make money from it going up, right? As the market goes down, why would they just talk about it going down? Why wouldn't they talk about making money going down with it, are they just ignorant, or are they just cons, or what is it about these people, you know? It makes you wonder, makes you scratch your head like, what is wrong with them? You know, I hope they're just cons and they really are making a bunch of money from it. Because if they're not, they're just ignorant. You have to feel sorry for them. And like these guys on CNBC, how come they don't talk about it? How come they don't talk about you can make money from the market going down? Nobody talks about it. But yet, you can see that you can make money from the market going down. I'm already up. It only shows I'm up 1,000, but I'm up a lot more than that right now. I'm not exactly sure how much because on my position monitor it says I'm up 30,500. but I'm not really up that much because it's calculating it from my previous position, which on the from the new day, and I'm not exactly sure how much that was. I think that was about 26,000 or something like that, which would mean I'm up about 5,000 here or so, something like that for today so far. But my point being is that you can see, I mean, I'm just a trader, right? I mean, I'm like nobody special. And yet I know how to make money from the market going down. I mean, Gerald Celente doesn't know how to make money from the market going down. Peter Schiff doesn't know how to make money from the market going down. Are they really just ignorant or what? Say, I don't know, I don't know. I can't ask them. And they don't ever say. So who knows? I really don't know. But, if they're really just ignorant and they really don't know any better, it's kind of sad that they don't know. But I can assure you that, I mean, I can 100% assure you that I am not the only trader making money from the market going down right now. There's all kinds of traders out there. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of them all around the world. There's traders in Australia and Canada and England and China and Singapore and all over the world. There are traders and they're trading the market and they're making money from it going down right now. And so, it's not just me. I'm not the only one. But they sit there and talk all this fear. Oh, and Gerald Celente, this guy's really funny. I mean, he says, the market's going to crash. The market's going to crash. He's been saying that since at least, 2010. And it's been 9 years. All the market has done is gone up the whole entire time. And the whole entire time he says, yeah, we get it right every day. We've been calling it now for years. It's like, excuse me, sir, but you get it wrong every day. The market just keeps going higher, and you talk about it crashing and going down, and you're getting it wrong, and you don't admit that you're getting it wrong. Do you know what that means? It means that you are a liar, sir. You are a liar and a con artist. That's what it means. You don't admit that you're wrong. An honest person would admit it. They would say, hey, you know what? I called it wrong. I don't know why the market's going up. It shouldn't be going up. It's crazy. I don't understand it, but it's going up. I don't know. One day it's going to crash. That's true. One day it will crash. I mean, it depends what you mean by crash. One person crash is another trader's pullback. I call them pullbacks. Why? Because every pullback has gone higher since the market started trading. Every single one. I'm not good enough to know when it's going to go down and keep going down. I'm not smart enough and I'm not good enough to know that. I only know I go with the math. So far, the math has been 100%. Every time it pulls back, it goes even higher. I go with the math. When the math is wrong, then I'll reevaluate the math. But until the math is wrong, I'm going to have to go with the math. And, it just keeps doing the same thing over and over again. I don't know. Maybe they don't understand math or something. I don't really know. Or maybe it's just a con. Maybe they're just trying to get people to get out of the market for some reason. They don't want them to be in the market. They don't want them to make money from the market when it goes up. And then when it goes down, it's the end of the world. Everything is crashing, and you can't make money from that either. Might as well run for the hills. Run for the hills, go off the grid, whatever. Instead of being able to capitalize from the market, make money from it, whether it goes up, whether it goes down, right? This seems logical to me. It seems common sense. Maybe it's not so common. But anyway, I guess not everybody can do it, but traders out there, you see it for yourself. This one is a short entry, went down. This one's a short entry, it's going down. You see it for yourself. There's a very high mathematical chance that it's going to continue to go down. Very high mathematical chance. And there's even a chance that today could be even a big day, like, 5, 6, 700 ticks down, you know. I mean, if the market's going to pull back to 20,000, let's say, or 22,000, well, then you can see some big days, and you definitely want to hit some of those big days. You don't have to hit every single one of them, but you definitely want to hit some and make some good money from it. And I already called this a few weeks back, saying that market's setting up for a possible pullback in October because we haven't had an October pullback in quite some time, and there's a decent chance that it's going to happen. It's pulling back so far right now. We'll see if that continues. But it could easily pull back to 20, even down to 18. I would love to see an 18,000 pullback. Pull back to 18,000. I would love to see that. But you see, they will all be screaming bloody murder. Oh no, it's the end of the world. Here we are. It's recession, it's depression, it's, run for the hills. But what will us traders be doing? We'll be buying. Pick the stock that you like. I like Uber and Lyft. I'm gonna buy. You know, pick what you like. And but do they talk about that? No. Why? I just got that question. Why? Why do they not talk about it? I mean, to me, it seems like it's a conspiracy. Like they just want people to be afraid, nothing more. They don't want them to make money from it or teach them or show them to make money from it or anything like that. They just want people to be afraid. You know, there's a lot of things to be afraid of in this life, but I don't really think you should be if you want to be afraid of not making money, not capitalizing on opportunities. That's something to be afraid of because what's happening is inflation just keeps happening. Things go up in price. Everything goes up in price. And since we can't make any money by putting money into the bank to make money with, I mean, back in the 70s, you could have made upwards of like 20% on your money in the bank. Well, that was a lot of money. You could just put money into the bank and make 20%. You don't have to do anything. Just keep going to work, keep doing your business, whatever, keep putting money into the bank, and you make 20%. I mean, that's a lot of businesses out there would love to make 20%, right? But that just doesn't happen anymore. You can't make any money by putting money into the bank. So you've got to make money some other way. And if you don't, and you're not making a lot of money, for instance, you're not making a lot of money in your business or something like that, then you're becoming poorer and poorer and poorer as everything goes up in price. So if you want to be afraid of something, be afraid of not capitalizing on opportunities, and there's a smorgasbord of opportunities to make money. Of course, it always takes money to make money with, that's true. And that will probably never change. But if you've got some money to play with and money to make money with, you can make money. You can start a business, you can invest, you can trade, you can do a combination of those two, which is what I like to do. I like to both invest and trade. I started trading and now I do a lot of investing and I actually use my system to invest with, which I have a class about now. And anyway, I just, I watch these guys for years. I don't understand, why they talk like they do, you know. And it never changes either. It's always the same thing over and over again. Fear, 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 fear. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Every day. I mean, I hope they're just con artists and liars because I hope they don't really think that, you know. And in case of Gerald Celente, he is definitely a con artist and liar. I mean, how could you sit there and get it wrong for 10 years or 9 years and then say, "Oh, we got it. We've been getting it right for so many years now. We've been calling it. We're like call it perfectly. You call it perfectly." So, but anyway, I keep trying to tell Peter Schiff, I keep trying to contact him and tell him and say, hey, the markets are, XYZ, right? And I don't, I don't know. He just either he doesn't listen or he doesn't care, he doesn't believe me or whatever. I really don't know. But you know, anyway, anyway, you can definitely make money with the markets going down. You can make money when the markets go up. What's hard to do or almost impossible to do is make money when the markets are going sideways. That's the real problem, when the market is choppy and going sideways. And that's what the charting service is all about, is being able to measure it so you can see what the market is doing. And like somebody just asked me, a trader, he said, well, how do you know when it's, choppy and everything? Of course, I taught that in my last class, how you know by measuring it. But you see this big move right here? We can look back on the video, but I got in somewhere around over here. I'm not exactly sure where I got in. We could see it on video together, but I got in over here somewhere. So it had already made a radical move down before I got in. But that radical move down was the clue or the indicator just about that it was going to continue to go down even more, and wrote it all the way down. And then it gapped down and then it went all the way down, started bouncing up here. And I said, okay, I got, $50,000 in this thing, so I'm going to bail out. And well, guess what? It went down even more. And now I'm still writing it down. See if it continues to give another short. If it gives another short, then I'll write it down some more. But you know what? You guys should give me some comments on what you think. Are these people, Peter Schiff and Gerald Celente and all these other guys, are they just con artists? Or are they just ignorant? Or what? What's your opinion on it? I mean, I honestly don't know. I really don't. I don't know whether they are just ignorant or con artists, or whether they mean well but they just don't know any better. Or I mean, I honestly don't know. But in the case of Gerald Celente, I would have to say, go out on a limb and say that he's a con artist, because how could somebody sit there and say that, oh, we've been calling it right every time, we always call it right in the market, but he doesn't. The market just keeps going up higher and higher and higher. He could have made a fortune if he would have bought where he said, that it's going to crash. Could have made an absolute fortune. But and then he doesn't admit that he made the wrong decision. He doesn't admit that. That to me is a con artist. That's a liar. That's somebody who doesn't want to speak the truth. So with respect to him, I'm going to have to call him a liar, con artist. But Peter Schiff, I don't know. Maybe he just, I mean, the things that he says makes logical sense, and stuff like that. Of course, he doesn't realize that the market is XYZ. I don't want to talk about it, but the market is, there's a reason why the market can just keep going up. It doesn't have to come down. Nothing does. Gold doesn't have to go up. Uh, the market doesn't have to go down. Nothing has to do what you think it does. You think that, oh, it should be going down, or oh, it should be going up. There's a reason why it doesn't have to do that. It doesn't have to obey the rules of what you might call logic. It doesn't have to obey those rules. So you know, it's best to just see the pattern and go with the pattern. Do I try to fight it? You know, take a position. If you're wrong, you get out for a small loss. If you're right, you hold it for a good sized trade, like I just did, and got a $49,000 trade out of it. And now I'm rolling the dice here, and actually I'm not rolling the dice. I'm using a mathematical system, my system, and I'm going to see whether this thing is going to continue to go down here, and or it'll go back up. But I think it's very likely that it'll go down. Anyway, I am going to measure it now, and I'll be right back. Okay, I just got out of the trade, and the reason why I did that is because look, I just made the measurement. Here is the place where you're going to go short if it goes below there. I'll zoom in a little bit. Here's where you're going to go short if it goes below that line. And here's you're going to go long if it goes above that line. So since I'm so close to the line down here, I said, okay, well, I'll just go ahead and take the profit then because it's starting to move back up on a green bar, right? Maybe it'll continue to move back up quite a ways. Why should I write it back up? Maybe it'll go all the way back up and go long off this, go higher than this bar here and then go long. You never know. It could happen actually. Otherwise, if it does come back down and breaks below this line, well, then I'll just take it short again. You see? You see how I can play it safe like that? I don't have to risk it. I've already got a big profit in it. But I had 49,000 and now I just made another 10,000 on it. So I didn't have to risk it and I can just sit here and wait now. And so you see, it's actually really easy. By the way, UGAZ, let's go take a look at it. Look what it did to me. This morning it came up, it started coming back up to my position and I got out, right about here or something like that. And then it's come all the way back down, what can I do, you know? But do you think that I kick myself for that? That I made that mistake? I don't. I don't kick myself because there's no way that I can be perfect all the time. And not only that, but I didn't want to have to mess with this thing. I didn't have to watch it. I wanted to watch the Dow because the Dow's where all the money's at right now. So I just wanted to focus in on the Dow. But I made the mistake yesterday by not getting out of this thing when it was at like $6,000 profit. I should have just got out and said, that's pretty good for this stock, and went and concentrated on the Dow at that time. So I made a mistake yesterday, not just today. But again, am I going to beat myself up over that? No, I won't, because it doesn't do any good. It doesn't do any good at all. And you got to learn how to do that as a trader. At the same time, you can't imagine how many traders there are out there who will get a position going the wrong way and then they don't want to take the loss and they just hold it. If you do that, you won't be a trader for long. You will in fact lose your money because that would mean that you'd have to get lucky every time. And just one time that you get unlucky, you lose it all. That means that, guess what? That means mathematically speaking, it's 100% guaranteed that you're going to lose your money. Mathematical fact. So if you can't learn how to cut your losses short, you're not going to be a trader. It's that simple. Anyway, I'm just watching it here on the Dow, on the YM, and we'll see what it's going to do. Whether it is going to go down and break below this line and give another short signal, or whether it'll come all the way back up and give a long signal right there, which is a possibility. It could happen. It absolutely could happen. And there's a reason for that. It would go up quite a ways if it were to break this right here. But then it would probably come up a bit here and then roll back over and go back down if it were to do that. It's not likely to do it. It's probably going to come back down and break below this line again and give another short signal. But and actually, when it does that, it's likely to go down quite a bit from there. I would say that it's probably going to go down for the rest of the day today if it does that. It's going to continue to go down just like it did yesterday. Possibly go down even more than it did yesterday. Maybe do 500 ticks down today, 600 ticks down today, 700 ticks down today. It is possible. But it's still early in the month, October 2nd. So as we get closer and closer to, let's say, October 20th, that's when you start looking for the big, big days to come. The 5, 6, 700 tick days back to back and start to really drop out and make a lot of money from it coming down during that time. So the sweet spot is right around October 20th, historically speaking. And so, but at the same time, as a trader, you always want to be on your toes, ready for anything. Ready for anything. You gotta be like water, just go with the flow. Don't try to fight it. Go with the flow. Anyway, I'll come back. Okay, it is getting somewhat close here to breaking below this line. As soon as it breaks below that line, I will take it short again. That will be another entry to go short using my system. And it will go down quite a bit from there too. There's a reason for that. That's another system that I have. And it's indicating that it'll go down quite a bit. So this would actually turn into quite a big trade here if it does break below there. So just another easy day today, easy day when the market is moving. There is no substitute for this system. And the only thing you have to be careful of is when the market's real choppy. That's all. But there's a way to know how to know if you are in a choppy market by simply measuring it. For instance, if you were measuring it today, you'd see that it's moving big. If you would have measured it yesterday, you'd see it was moving big. So you'd know to play it. Whereas if it's choppy, you'll see that it's not moving very much. When you measure it, you'll say, oh, not moving very much at all. And therefore, you'd know not to play it. Anyway, it's going back up again. I'll come back. Just dropped really hard. Looking for a little bit of a pullback here. All right, gonna take it. Come on, just pull back a little bit for me. It dropped right through the bottom there. Come on, pull back a little bit. I'm gonna take it. No, 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 don't drop, don't drop, don't drop. Oh, there it goes. All right. Well, if it pulls back here, I want it to pull back to about 35. Pulls back to 35, I'm going to pull the trigger. Take it short. See, it's another thing about trading. You need to have some patience. You don't just, you want to keep from uh, chasing. You don't want to chase. If you have to chase, better just let it go. Trading takes some patience. It really does. I might not get the chance, but if I don't, I won't kick myself. I want it to come back up to 35. It really just dropped right through. Let me see here. Okay, here we go. Here comes my chance. Might even be able to get more than 35. Okay, at market, 20 contracts going short. I would love to see 40 would be really nice. Because 40 is where I should have been able to get in anyway. me see here if I can use another entry. No, that was an offset entry to go short. Really need to get in here. Okay, I'll take 35 if I get it. 26, 28, 30. Come on. Patience. If it keeps going down though, I'm just going to let it go. I've already made enough money from this thing. I know it sounds crazy, but you really do need to be patient and not chase. If you see it all of a sudden dropping down, you chase it because you don't want to miss it. 9 times out of 10, you're going to kick yourself because you're going to get burned on it. I mean, you're going to see that you could have gotten a much better entry if you just would have waited and been patient. I mean, I could probably get 26.50 even, but I'll take 35. Oh, there it goes. It looks like it's going to go down. Patience. It looks like it really wants to go down though, so I'm taking a chance by not getting in here. Taking a real risk. I just hate it, but then it does that to me. All right, I'll let it go. I'm not going to chase it. I can always get in on the next one. There will come another one. Or I can just let it go today. I've already made quite a bit of money on this thing today. Okay, well, if it does pop back up again, I'm looking for it to pop back up now to about 26.50 or so, right about here. If it pops back up there again, I'm going to go ahead and take it and go short on it. I'll come back. Otherwise, I'm just going to let it go. But you're probably thinking the same thing. Oh man, it just dropped right through really fast. But knowing you probably went ahead and took it. And you're in it right now, going down. I am going to wait and be patient. Starting to head back up now. I'm looking for it to come up to at least 26.40. 26.40, I'll be ready to pull the trigger, go short. That was my original entry. I mean, that's where I would have gotten in right around, but it just dropped right through 40 and went all the way down to 20. So it was like 20 ticks I just lost in a second. And, I just hate chasing like that. When you're a trader, if you are a chaser, you won't do well. You need to be able to get the price that you should be able to get. There are times to chase though, and this may have been one of those times. But again, this isn't the only trade I've taken on this thing. I'm up 59,000 on it, and I don't need to chase it. So anyway, I'll come back. Okay, patience paying off here. My chances coming up. Already could have taken 40 right there. Looking for it to come a little bit higher. I'd like to see 26.50 now. Okay, here we go. Here we go. 26.44. Ready to go in at market here. All right, let me take a look. What are we looking at here? Okay, we're going to get a signal here. Going to get a signal. I'll go in on this signal if it goes short. Or if I get a long signal, I can hold it for even more. See, now I can fine tune my entry now. Okay, looking for a signal. It looks like it's setting up to be a short signal. Can't tell for sure yet. Okay, look like it might be a long signal coming up here. Looking for a signal. Okay, looking for a signal here. Looking for a signal. Okay, it looks like it's a long signal here. We've got a long signal. All right. That means I can hold off here for a little bit longer. Look for it to come up a bit more. We're at 26.45 now. Let's see what it wants to do. I would say ideal entry would be about 26.60. Okay, we might get an offset entry here to go short. Take what's the low here? 32. If it hits 31, I'm going to go in short. This is all mathematics. Okay, it's going up. It's going long. So it's not an offset entry to go short. It's a long signal. Now we'll just see what it wants to do here. Now I'm not going to go in on price. I'm going to go in on a signal. When I get the first short signal, I'm going to take it. Okay, let's see here. The low is 32.31. I go short. That would be an offset entry there still. See how it pays to be patient? You never want to chase. That's one of the first things you learn as a trader is you don't chase. If you can't learn to do that, you're not going to be a very successful trader. You need to learn how to be patient and disciplined. And then you'd need to be using the right system, which obviously my system is the right system. Okay, it looks like it wants to roll over here. Okay, 31, I go short. 36. See, I'm no longer looking at price now. I'm looking at signal. If it hits 31, we have an offset entry to go short. Otherwise, we're still working off of a long signal right now. Now I'm going to let this video run so you can see how I do this. Patience, discipline, no reason to be nervous. It's all about knowledge, using the right system, having the patience, and just waiting. All right, let's see here. We're going to get another signal. The signal will either be a short signal or it'll be a long signal. If it goes long again, then I just be patient. It's going to go up even higher. And then I will wait for the first short signal I get. When I get the short signal, I'll take it. I'll come in and I'll go short. And I'm already working off of a bigger a bigger trade, this one here, working off of a bigger trade, it is going to continue to go down. Okay, I'll come right back. Okay, looking for a signal. 41. If it hits 40, I go short. At market, 20 contracts. If it hits 26.40, I go short. That will mean that is a short signal. 44, 43, 40, 41. If it hits 40, I go short. Almost there. Okay, taking it. All right, I have got 20 contracts short on the YM now. We have a short signal here. So I got my original 40, which is what I was originally supposed to get. So I got what I wanted, just had to be a little bit patient there. Now it should continue to come down and come down quite a bit, break below this low and come down quite a bit here. And make for another easy day. You know, there's nothing like the market when the market's moving. You know, when the market is moving, it's very, very, very profitable. Anyway, I will come back. Okay, it's starting to head down here a little bit. And it should just continue to go down, break below this low, go down quite a bit. I would say at least another 100 ticks or so, probably. Could be a big day, though, today. Could be a really big day. You never know. But, you know, it's not something that you hope for. It's just something that either happens or it doesn't. And you need to be like water and just go with the flow. Be ready to go in whatever direction it's going to go. See, one of the biggest mistakes that traders make is they get this idea that it's going to do a certain thing. And then they, you know, and then it doesn't do that thing, but they think that it will. And then they end up taking a big, big loss. You know, you never want to do something like that. That's one of the beautiful things about my system is that you use my system going back up here, but it's okay because uh, my system overall here is going to say is saying that it's going to go down and going to continue to go down. And it's not just here either. It's also this actually means something bigger than just it's going to go down. And that's what I'm going to do the charting for so that all of you know what is the right place to go in at and how much it's going to be worth. This one here should be worth quite a bit. You know, normally it's only worth, you know, maybe 100 ticks or so, and just depending on how active the market is. But I would say today it's a possibility of a good 100, if not 200, maybe even more. You never know. It's already had a really good move down today, but it's still, it could have another 100, 200 ticks down, no problem. Anyway, I will come back. Good day today, though. You can see Dow plunges 500 points as big tech shares lead the decline. This is what I was talking about in October to look for an October pullback, and we're starting to get it here. Starting to get this October pullback. And it's looking good. It's looking really, really good. Looks like it could be 600, 700 tick day today, maybe. Looking back at yesterday, started up here, was going sideways as you can see, not doing anything, and then started its move. And I got in up here and wrote it down. 2 days. Made a nice 59,000 dollar profit in 2 days. Not bad, huh? That's how easy it can be. But you say, well, how did you know that it was going to go down? Well, you see this big move that it made right there? See, I didn't get in until right down here somewhere. You can look back at the video, but this big move was the indicator right there that it was going to continue, and it just kept going. And I held it overnight because they had that news out where it said, you know, the least manufacturing in 10 years, I mean, that's pretty big news, right? So I could see that they're going to cheerlead it down. And actually, they're not cheerleading it. They're giving it a reason why it's going to go down. And then they make it go down. But anyway, so just looking for a pullback here in October. I'd like to see a really, really hard, good pullback. That would really be nice. That will be right when everybody is screaming bloody murder. That's right where you buy. You got to try to get good at that. I mean, right when it looks like it's just absolutely horrible, and everybody is like, just like, oh no, what's going on? This is horrible. It's the worst thing in the world. Oh no. That's when you buy, right there. Just wait for that to happen. And it's not it's easier said than done. But just you've heard it before. When there's blood in the streets, that's when you buy. That's when you buy. Well, everybody else is thinking it's so horrible. It's just like vice versa. When everybody thinks that it's the greatest in the world, like for instance the housing market back in 2006, and literally everybody I knew was buying a home. Everybody I knew. Waitresses, waiters, I mean just everybody, Everybody was buying a home. And you know, they're all acting like it was the greatest thing in the world. And that was after homes had gone way, way up. $200,000 homes were going for 500,000. And I kept trying to tell everybody, I said, you don't understand. You don't understand. And they were calling me an idiot, a dummy, It's you who doesn't understand. You're so stupid. We're all in on it, It's only you that's not. I just shook my head. My next door neighbor, he got a Chinese guy come up to him, knock on his door, and say, "I'll offer you $500,000 for your cash for your house." And we were talking in the backyard one day. We both have pools, and we look over each other's fence and everything. And he asked me, he said, "Do you think that I should sell it to him?" I said, "Yes, take it. Just take the money, go into cash, and sit it out for a little while, see what happens." I had no idea that the market was going to crash. I didn't know that. I just knew that it was, as a trader, these things. When everybody thinks it's the best thing in the world, you get out and go short if you can. When everybody thinks it's the worst thing in the world, you get in and go long. And it works. And anyway, he didn't take the money. He didn't sell. And the last I saw him, he had lost everything. Him and his wife were walking down to the store because they lost the car, lost everything. And I believe he lost his house too. And you know, it's not a pretty thing to see happen, but there's a lesson to be learned. And the lesson is if you want to be successful, you have to do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. And then you can be successful. And it's especially true when you're talking about trading, especially true. And that's where I learned the lesson at. I learned the lesson from trading. And actually, I had learned a lesson prior to that from blackjack many years prior. Everybody was playing basic strategy, and I could see very obviously in the pattern of what everybody was playing that they were all busting themselves, over and over and over again. They just kept buzzing themselves, and the dealer wouldn't have to do anything. And I thought, that doesn't make any sense to me. I wonder what would happen if I didn't bust myself. What would happen then? So I started trying it as just to see what would happen. I mean, nothing to lose because I found that I was busting myself too. I had a 12, I take a hit, face card, bust. Darn. Another 12 comes along, take a hit, bust. I'm like, boy, that's no fun. Get a 14, I'm supposed to take a hit, so I take a hit, bust again. I'm thinking, boy, the dealer is beating me, and he doesn't even have to do anything. Really, what I'm doing is beating myself. So I thought, well, if I'm losing so much, I wonder what would happen if I make him take a hit. What would happen then? And I started doing that, and guess what happened? I started winning. And later, I broke the code to it, to see why it worked mathematically. But the point is that when you do the opposite what everybody else does, it works. That's why you don't listen to other people. You don't listen to Gerald Celente or Peter Schiff or anybody else. If you want to listen to something, listen to the chart. What does the chart say? Going down? Going up? What's it doing? Go with the flow. Be like water. Don't have a specific belief. Your belief is you want to make money. Your belief is you can see which way the chart's going. Your belief is you could take a position, you get it wrong, it starts going the other way, you take a small loss. You could do even better. You can use my system and do even better than that. But the point being in an overall scenario that you need to not listen to what other people are saying and do the opposite of what they're doing and or just listen to what the chart is saying. I mean, like for instance, right now, what is the chart saying? Chart saying, hey, I'm going down. Well, follow the chart. Just follow the chart. And a lot of times you'll do really well if you do that. Not always. You won't always do really well, but a lot of the times you will. Anyway, it's not that hard, but you have to get over the peer pressure of everybody else doing a certain thing and not following along with what they're doing. And then you can do really well. Anyway, I will come back. Just to let you know, I've got some more measurements here, and we are technically at risk right now. If this were to go up and break above this bar right here, it would be a long signal. And if it were to do that, it would likely to go up quite a bit. So we don't want it to, I don't want to see it go and break above this bar because it would be a long signal and it would, because of a certain reason, according to my system, it would likely go up quite a bit. So I don't want to see it break above that bar. If it breaks above that bar, my plan is what I'm going to do is just get out and I'm not going to take any more trades today. I'm just going to let it go because it's a high risk to go against a short anything that doesn't say short, and I don't want to risk it. I mean, it's probably going to continue to go up if it does, but I don't want to risk it. I just want to ride it down. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for short signals. I'm looking to write it down. If it doesn't want to go down, then I'll just jump out. And let's see here. So my out is going to be if it hits 26072, which I'll take a, good size loss on it, but it won't be any big deal. I mean, I'll still be way up on the instrument, way up. But that is where I will get out if it hits 26072. I will jump out of the trade and not take any more trades. However, it comes down and it breaks below this line, it should continue down a lot. So we'll have a big trade on it. I have a really good size trade on it today. Anyway, that's the plan, and that's what I'm going to do, and I will come back. But anyway, just to show you how my system works, this one and this one, which way did it break? It broke short and it went down. This one and this one, which way did it break? It broke short, it went down. This one and this one, which way did it break? It broke short and it went down. And then this one and this one, it broke short and it went down. And now we've got this one and this one, and it still hasn't broken yet. It'll break one or the other. It'll either break the high and then go back up, or it'll break the low and keep going down. One of the two. So, and if I wanted to, I could use this system for the rest of the day, and it will work, 9 times out of 10. It'll work. So, but anyway, it's not hard, is it? It's very simple. Okay, it is getting very close to breaking this line down here. The low is, let's see, the low is 25,995. So at 25,994, it will have broken that line. And when it does that, that is a short signal. And it should it should go down quite a bit from there. So just looking for it to break that low right there and produce a short signal, and looking for it to come on down. It's already down like 500 ticks. Let's see, yeah, it's down quite a bit, 26, maybe not 500 from way up here. That's the gap down, but since it's opened, it's down from like 400, just about almost, down to, so it's like a little over 400 ticks basically. Anyway, there it goes, just dropped through, so it's a short signal. And I'm going to take another measurement here, and we're going to get another signal. We're going to get another 2 lines, okay? And these 2 lines are going to say, the same thing. If it breaks below the line, it's going to go short. If it breaks above the line, it's going to go long. That type of thing. And actually, I made a mistake in my previous, what I previously said. It's these 2 lines that are going to be very important to pay attention to, because these 2 lines are the ones that's going to say it's going to go one direction or another in a relatively big way. And if it goes short, then it'll go down quite a bit. If it goes long, then it'll go up quite a bit. I, however, am not going to let it go past my break-even point at this point. Let me go ahead and take the measurement, in fact. I'll be right back. Okay, so here is our 2 new lines, here and here. If it breaks above this line here, it's going to go long. If it breaks below this line here, it's going to go down. And these 2 lines are the important ones. So we need to pay attention to these. Now, if it were to break this line up here, that's all the way up to, like, let's see here. That's all the way up to 26053. and I'm in at 26040. I'm not going to let it go past 040. I will I will get out of the trade break even if it goes all the way back up to my break even point. I'm not going to allow myself to take a loss at this point. So it's either going to continue to go down and go break below this line and continue to go down and I'll make more money. Otherwise, if it goes back up to my break even point, I'm out. In fact, I'll get out a few ticks before it even hits so that I don't lose any money on the trade at all. So it's either going to make it or it won't. When you're trading, whatever you do, throw hope right into the trash can, okay? Because that's where hope belongs. Hope has no business in trading whatsoever, okay? Always remember that. Take hope and throw it straight into the trash can. It either does or it doesn't. It either wins or it doesn't. You get into the trade and say, oh, I hope it goes. You basically almost already lost because you lost in your mind. You need to treat this mathematically. Treat it logically. Treat it like a scientist would treat it. Treat it objectively, not with hope. Because when you start hoping, you've already given up calculating. And you've basically already lost. You might not lose on this trade, you might not lose on the next trade, but you will lose. And again, you'd be surprised how many people will get into a trade, it starts going against them, and then they don't get out. And that's it right there. They're all done. They just lost. And then when you lose big like that, it's hard to come back from it. It's hard to come back because now you're scared and you don't want to lose any more money and it doesn't work. So you need to have a system and then you need to follow that system to the letter. And then if it still doesn't work, well then it just doesn't work. Or you couldn't make it work or whatever, but at least you tried your best. But as you can see, here's one that worked. Here's another 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 one. Well, it's worked a little bit, not much though. Not much. This one hasn't worked very much yet. And here's another one. It hasn't triggered yet. It hasn't given a long or a short yet. So these two are still waiting. But this one worked. This one worked. This one worked. And this one worked. Not one has not worked yet. All of them have either been successful or they haven't really done anything yet. So the system is batting 100% so far today. And it does that a lot. It did it yesterday too. Every one worked. Every single one. So it does it a lot. The only times that it doesn't work is when it starts going sideways. And that's when you run into trouble. But in my new course, I teach how to know how to measure it, and then how to know whether you should be playing it or you shouldn't. Anyway, again, my game plan here is that if it goes up, let's just say it goes up to 26,035, I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out because I'm not going to take a chance on it. Now, if I wanted to, I could. I could just wait and say, okay, if it breaks above here, then I'll get out, which is technically what I usually always do. But on this particular circumstance, since I'm way ahead, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to keep my profits and not risk it because I don't need to. As far as I'm concerned, it's either going to continue to go down and break below this line or it doesn't. If it doesn't and it's going to break me even, then I'll get out. And I'll just call it a day. I'll be done for today. See, it either does or it doesn't. And I'm not going to hope. I'm not going to hope that it breaks below this line. Because I just tell you right now, I've been trading for a lot of years. Hope doesn't work. It just doesn't. I wish it did, but it doesn't. All hope does is get in your way. That's all it does. You can hope for other things. There's all kinds of things you can hope for, and I think hope is good. I think hope is a good thing, but not in trading. Okay? Not in trading. It doesn't. It's not a good thing. Okay, I will come back. But if you really want to be successful in trading, you should have my trading system and have studied it. And you should get, and if you're not doing as well as you want to be doing, then you should absolutely get the charting service I'm going to start up here again. It's a very popular service. A lot of people like it. A lot of people want it. A lot of people are going to get it. And study it every day. Every day, put everything you got into the charting service and study it. And you will be able to take advantage of the market. I will give you we will chart it out every day and I will show you what the entry is and show you what the exit is. How many ticks you can get every day. I'll measure it. And you can rely on my expertise and my experience to guide you along every day, every week, week after week after week, for you to be able to profit from the markets. And I'm going to measure multiple different instruments: the Hang Seng, the YM, the Dow, the S&P 500, which is the ES, and CL, which is oil. I decided I'm not going to do gold because gold is just not moving that much. If gold ever really picks up, I will do gold as well. But right now, it's just not moving very much. But the YM and the ES is very good. I like the YM myself, but a lot of people love the ES because it's basically the same thing, and you can trade it for a lot cheaper. So a lot of people like that one, and there's nothing wrong with the ES. I mean, absolutely, ES is great. In fact, if you were to take every entry that I'm taking today on the ES, it would work on the ES too. Same thing. So, but there's nothing like tracking it so you can see it every day. I think the charting really gives people there's nothing like seeing it for yourself and you say, wow, okay, yeah, it's working. Amazing. And if you didn't see it like that, you just wouldn't. It's like a bunch of people telling you, they saw a flying saucer, they saw a flying saucer, they saw a flying saucer, but you didn't see one. You'd be like, oh well, yeah, you saw a flying saucer. That's nice. That's nice. That's great. Wish I could see one. But if you saw a flying saucer yourself, you'd be like, okay, now I believe. I believe in flying saucers because I saw one, right? It's kind of like that way with charting. When you see it every day for yourself, you're like, okay, yes, I can see it's working. Yes, all right. And then now you become like you apply yourself more now. I say, okay, yeah, okay. All I got to do is apply myself here, and I can take advantage of this. Whereas before, you just you're not so convinced. Just because a bunch of people say they saw a flying saucer, you're not necessarily convinced of that. But if you see it for yourself, it's different. The charting is very similar to that, and you can not only see it every day, but have the right knowledge. The charting will give you the right knowledge, the right math, to be able to take the trades. So it is a very valuable and it is a very popular service that I do for everybody, and I'm going to do it again because too many people are struggling, and I don't like to see people struggle like that. And the best thing I can do is offer the charting because that will really give you the knowledge into your own hands to be able to make the trades and to learn. It's a great learning tool. So that's really the ultimate goal is for me to teach you so well that you don't even need me anymore and you can do everything yourself. Okay, it's getting close to the bottom. The bottom is 988. So when it hits 987, it's a short signal. It just went down to 988, so it came one tick away right there from a short signal. It just double bottomed right there. So it just needs to go down one more tick lower than that bottom right there, and it's a short signal. And then it should go down quite a bit. Almost there. See right here, if you look over here to the left, you can see the bottom is 25,988 under L. That's the low, 25,988. And right here, you can see it's also the low is 25,988. So it double bottomed. This bar and this bar went down to the same level, 988. So it needs to break and go lower than this bar, which is at this line, and hit 987, and it will be a short signal. And that's going to be a big one. We've already got a short signal on these two lines, so that indicated a short. And if it goes down one more tick lower to 987, it'll be a short off of these two lines. So this will be a short and this one will be a short. All of them shorts today. And it should go down pretty big. I would say another 100 ticks. So a big day today. Like 600 ticks today on the Dow. Not bad, huh? This is what I was talking about on the tweet a few weeks ago about how to get ready for the Dow pulling back in October, and if it does, to go for 500 tick days. Make some really good money off of the pullback. Anyway, I will come back. Okay, it has broken below the low, so it should go down from here a good 100 ticks or so, something like that. So I am in desperate need of going downstairs and making myself a cup of coffee. And since I don't have anybody here right now to do it for me, I am going to have to go down there myself. So it's safe for me to go ahead and turn my back on the market here now because this signal is a special one and it should go down quite a bit here. But anyway, it's got a long ways to go to come all the way back up to my break even if it did turn direction, which is always a mathematical possibility, of course. So I think I've got a good 5 minutes to go make some coffee here. Anyway, I will come back and I'm going to go for my position about 100 ticks or so, roughly speaking. Should be able to make that. Anyway, I will come back. It almost hit my 100 ticks right there. You can see it went down to it. You can look over here. You see the L. When I put my mouse over the over the bar there. You can see it went down to a low of 25,947, and I'm in at 40. So it came 7 ticks away from my 100 ticks that I'm looking for. But wish I would have just taken it right there. I was waiting for it to go down to the 100, and I was going to take it. I'm ready to get out and everything here, but it didn't quite make it, and so I'm still waiting. Going to take another measurement here. Going to get another 2 lines, and then it'll give us another signal again. And I would really like to see it go down to the 100 ticks though. And then I'll go ahead and take it. I'm going to call it a day. I am getting tired, and just basically want to get through with this trade this day because I'm actually pretty tired. I did a lot today. I had maids come out to my place. 4 maids came out. It took 3 hours for them to clean this place up, this house. And then I went to the gym. I got some sun. I went to the mall. I did some shopping. I had dinner. And now to me it is 11:50 p.m. It's almost 12 midnight here. So I'm tired, and I want to go to sleep here soon. So I'm just looking for my 100 ticks, and then I'm going to go. And looks like it's going to come up here shortly. And I'm going to call it a day. It'll probably end me with close to like 70,000 on this thing over 2 days. Which is, good, right? It's good. You got to know, take advantage of it when the market is good. You want to try and take full advantage of it. Okay, here it comes. Just looking for it to hit 40. 47. What are we looking at too? We're looking at, yep, I want to get out here. I'm going to buy back my contracts. What did it just go down to? It just went down to 42. I should have taken it right there. Okay, one more time down. Okay, I'm getting out. All right, I'm out. I'm out to call it a day. 68,154 over 2 days. I'm all done. So anyway, as you can see, my system works. Don't let anybody out there tell you that it doesn't. They some people seem to have an agenda that they want to say it doesn't work. I'm not really sure why they want to say that, but some people do, but you can see for yourself that it does. And every single one of these have given a short signal, and they all have gone down. It's gone short. Same thing happened yesterday. I did the same exact thing. Although yesterday I was suffering from a terrible cold. Thankfully, I only had a 1-day cold, and it's pretty much gone today. So anyway, still continuing down a bit there. And it's likely it might go down another 100 ticks. You never know. If I wanted to stay in it and keep following it, I could, but I don't. I'm tired. So anyway, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go to sleep, and then tomorrow when I get up, I will put the video together. I got to put yesterday's video and today's video together, and then I'll upload it to YouTube so that you can watch it and see what I did and everything for these last couple days. Anyway, not that hard to do. Just got to apply yourself, and when you get into a position and it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, goes the wrong direction, don't hold it. Get out for the loss. Trading is about winning and losing. You know, you're never going to win every trade. Even though today you would have won every trade, but it doesn't always work out like that. You see me take losses too. You see me get out and take the loss. You must do that, and if you don't, you won't be a trader. Because that means all you have to do is lose one time and you're all done. And that is a mathematical certainty that that's going to happen. So it would be a mathematical certainty that you would be all done then as a trader. So you have to learn how to take the losses when you have them. Okay, I am going to get going. I will see you for tomorrow, which is Thursday, and we'll do some more trading. See if the Dow is still in play. Probably will be. Happy trading out there. See you tomorrow.